last episode, we had a very fun time. It was a very quick episode because I think that was one of the key examples where it's very clear what the business value of investing in a technology is. And today I want us to look at how things can go bad in terms of when you build a business case and what that really looks like. One very key example that I can give was an organization in the healthcare sector. What they did was, the biggest challenge there was they wanted to automate this process around working with x-rays. So there were a couple of ailments, I think around pneumonia, if I'm not mistaken, it's a bit of a long time ago, where they were looking at potentially using computer vision to actually go on and automate how these diagnoses would be done. It's actually not diagnosis per se, but they wanted to be able to use them to screen and then actually have the experts deal with more complicated cases and be able to have some nodes to work with. Now, this is a very good idea, and to an extent, right? This is a clinic that was dealing with about, I think if I'm not mistaken, about 80 to 100 cases a week that they were currently analyzing. Now, this is a pretty big workload that they had to do. So it made sense from a cosmetic level to say this is something that you'd want to do. But now, again, they got a little bit misled around the matter of, this is a cool technology, this is great, this could be faster. There was a clear case that this would do things faster. But at the end of the day, within their particular environment, it would have been cheaper for them to actually interface and send these x-rays to an outsourced radiology place, maybe in India or lower cost areas, where people could manually do this work and do it at pretty much almost the same speed and return these results, than for them to have run this particular project. Because this particular project cost them a couple of million pula, and on top of that, it also cost them quite a bit to be able to run this consistently. Because remember, GPUs aren't exactly the cheapest type of technology that you want to continuously run. And so at the end of the day, what they had to find themselves in was an accumulated loss that they had to write off of about 12 million. And this 12 million now, I mean, look, in whatever economy that you're looking at, 12 million is quite a bit of money. And had they been able to clearly define and clearly look at what alternative sources and resources they could be able to exploit, they would have been able to say, okay, look, it's not as exciting to do things in this particular way, but it works. We're able to get the patient's work done as quickly as possible, but at the same time, we're able to actually get the benefit. And this is how the dollar cost is going to look like. That's where it gets very critical, and that's where it also gets very tricky for a lot of organizations, because this is where the thin line comes in, and there it's critical now to really look at, is this the best possible solution? Because whilst this computer vision solution worked very well for a hospital that was dealing with about 5,000 cases a week, their scale justified the scale of the GPUs. So again, we go back to this fundamental nature to say, match the business objectives to the technology, and you're going to have a very, very good relationship with your customers, because you'll improve that customer experience. You're going to be able to really benefit those marginal increases or marginal improvements through operational efficiency, and you're going to be able to really build a regime that will be able to really improve your revenue and top line. Once again, thank you so much for joining me on this week's episode. Over the last 3 weeks, we just wanted to drill down into this whole business case scenario and meta, just so that we can make sure that we don't make the same mistakes that we see over and over again. And again, like I always say, because our industry is still very new, it's still very young, it's necessary that we continue to form communities around each other, for us to be able to chat about what some of these key challenges and issues are, and actually build each other's knowledge to ensure that at the end of the day, we get better and we provide better solutions to our clients. Thank you once again, and have a good week.